Lads, UFC 304 predictions. Last time I included what I wanted to happen versus what I think is actually going to happen. I'm not going to bother with that because I'm just going to speak my mind on each one of these. Anyway, first fight. This one should have been on the main event, but I think because Mikhaev and Cap are just acting like dickheads, they keep whacking each other in the streets. So they're being pushed all the way back to early prelims. But here's the thing. Honestly, I don't really know neither of these guys how they actually fight, right? Because the only fight I've actually seen, I think, might have been one of Manel Cap's back in UFC 293 in Sydney, right? And all I know of Cap is that apparently he's he's racist and he likes bringing up eugenics. Mikhaev seems cool though. Cap seems cool. I think Cap's pretty funny. He mocked Israel Adesanya in the press conference. Obviously, I have no idea about this, but I'm just gonna go with the betting odds. Mikhaev by decision, because let's be honest, if these guys didn't have a personality, then we wouldn't give a shit because they're flyaways. Anyway, next fight. Arnold Allen versus Giga Chikidze, something Georgian. I'm sorry. I'm predicting Arnold Allen via TKO. I think a TKO. I think he's going to whack him in the head and then ground and pound afterwards. Arnold Allen is just built different. He's one of the best featherweights walking around. He was, well, frankly, he had his fight against Mosvar stolen against him, and he took a couple rounds off Max Holloway, which very few featherweights can say, other than Volk. Those are the only guys who can say that they've got some rounds against Max Holloway, and to do that is really impressive. I think he's got hands. One thing I do worry though is that apparently he's pretty slow to start, and yeah, in the Max fight he was really slow to start. That's what cost him the whole fight because in round five he was actually putting the pace on Max, but he should have brought this energy earlier. I hope he does bring the energy quick because this is going to be 3 rounds. I think he hopefully has learned his lesson from the Mosvar fight. You can't take your time. You can't take your time with these guys. You need to be quick. You need to get in there. Giga, frankly, I don't really know much about him other than apparently he was whooped by Calvin Kattar, and in my opinion, using MMA math, I reckon Arnold is better than Kattar. So, you know, I know MMA math never works. Whatever. So Arnold Allen via TKO. Next fight. Paddy Pimblett versus Bobby Green. I'm going to go with Paddy via TKO because the more I've been listening to analysts about this fight, the more it makes sense. Paddy's an underdog because, frankly, I think people just shit on him, which is understandable, and he lost to, Flash Gordon or whatever his name is, Jared Gordon, whatever. And Bobby Green, he's coming off an impressive win against Jim Miller, except here's the thing. Paddy has good striking, but Bobby, he's good, right? Bobby's good by all means. I mean, he whooped Jim Miller, but the problem is that he's really chinny because he got dropped against Jim Miller. He got dropped by Tony, and frankly, half the resume or half the lightweight division has dropped this guy in history, right? At some point. So because of that, I think Paddy, he's gonna come out. I reckon he's gonna TKO him, or this is the alternative. He could whack him and then go for a sub, but I think he's not going to leave it to chance. I think he needs to get a knockout on his resume to really show that he's that guy. He can break into the rankings, people can start to respect him, and then afterwards he can start moving up the roster. Co-main event, the fight I am arguably most excited for, Tom Aspinall versus Curtis Blades. What I think is going to happen is I think Tom's going to knock this guy out within 1 round. Everyone says that Curtis Blades has got the wrestling, he can take you the distance, blah, 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 blah. The problem is Tom has never, ever, ever gone outside round two. Round two, he's gonna knock this guy out. It's gonna happen. I don't think Curtis is gonna try and stand with him. I think the plan is very simply, I'm gonna take him down. But even if he does take Tom down, the guy, he's a black belt. He trains specifically with heavyweights to get up. Do the Derek Lewis jiu-jitsu isn't real. Just stand up. He's gonna bring the fight to Curtis. I think he's gonna knock him out. That's the point. The point is he's gonna knock him out. He can chin literally anyone in the heavyweight division. Yeah, I think this is easy money for Tom Aspinall. Now they say the winner's gonna fight John Jones versus Stipe. I think if they were to keep going, that's probably gonna happen. But I'm gonna call bullshit because what's gonna happen is John Jones and Stipe. They're probably gonna both retire afterwards. If they're smart, they're gonna retire. Whatever. The point is Tom Aspinall via TKO. Main event: Leon Edwards versus Bilal Muhammad. Now I'm going against the grain on this one. I think Bilal's going to pull off the upset. I think he's going to win by decision. He won the press conference. He's clearly ready to go. He's been talking the whole time. First off, he's juiced to the gills, bro. This guy's shredded more so than Leon, which is ridiculous to say. He wants what's his, right? Because he's always talking about how he's waited so long. This is his moment. He's not going to let it slip, right? And I think Leon's a bit complacent. I think he always, in every single one of Leon's fights, he always does 10 significant strikes. He does just enough to keep going, And you know what? People say he's skilled and whatever, but he's fucking boring. Okay, he is boring. He's a boring fighter. I'm sorry. The only thing he had was the Leon Edwards. Sorry, was the Kamaru Usman head kick. He nearly got knocked out by Nate Diaz, dude. And if Nate Diaz can do it, Bilal can do it. Okay, I think he's gonna go via decision. I like his confidence. I think Leon might be getting a bit complacent and might be underestimating this guy. He's saying that this is just another name for the roster, but you're going against the guy who's arguably the most motivated to defeat you. Usman in the rematch is probably not as motivated as Bilal to win. Now, does that mean Bilal's going to do something stupid and run into a head kick or something? Who knows? Maybe. So I believe in Bilal Muhammad. I reckon he's going to get it done. I reckon he's going to pull off the upset. And if so, good for him. Okay, good for him. Honestly, I think he's overhated. I don't really see the problem. I think he's kind of funny. I think he's kind of funny. Yeah, I mean, he's a decision merchant as well, but I think, I don't know, at least he owns it. At the press conference, Bilal said that Paddy Pimblett's even more hated than him, right? He's aware of the hate, and I think he's going to own it. He could be the new villain of the welterweight division, but whatever. Bilal by decision. Remember the name. It's going to happen. Anyway, that does it for my UFC 304 predictions. Leave a comment down below. Are my takes ridiculous? Are they stupid? I think the Bilal one is probably going to be the most controversial pick because, I don't know, Leon's very technical. He's pound for pound number 3 for a reason. Maybe he's even number 2. I don't know. No, he's number 2. But even so, leave a comment, leave a like, make sure to subscribe. I'm going to do this for every single main event. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.